Imagine sitting on the sunlit wooden floor of an old Korean house. There is no electricity, no boiler, and no air conditioner, yet this home stays cool in summer and warm in winter. That is not luck. It is the result of quiet, practical science built into almost every part of the house. Today we will unpack 8 pieces of traditional home science that Koreans worked out through generations of experience. From heated floors to loose-fitting clothing, these ideas still feel surprisingly clever today. Stick around and you may find a principle you can use in your own home. The first is a floor heating system called ondol. Hot air and heat from a furnace pass through channels built under the floor, slowly warming the stone and clay above. The whole floor then acts like one large, gentle radiator. A heated floor warms your body directly through radiant heat, instead of only warming the air. Because the warmth rises evenly from below, the whole room feels comfortable rather than stuffy. When your feet are warm, your whole body feels warm too. Stone and clay also hold heat for a long time, so the floor stays warm through the night even after the fire goes out. It was a remarkably efficient way to heat a home, wasting very little of the energy from a single fire. The second secret is the long overhanging roof edge, called the eave. Far from being just decoration, the eave worked as a precise sunshade. Its secret lies in how the height of the sun changes with the seasons. In summer the sun climbs high in the sky, so the deep eave blocks the strong midday light before it reaches inside. Thanks to that shade, the rooms stay cool and shadowed even in the heat of the afternoon. In winter the sun stays low, so its light slips right under the same eave and reaches deep into the room. With a single design feature, the house blocks summer heat while welcoming winter warmth. It was architecture that read the seasons. The third secret is hanji, the traditional paper made from mulberry fiber that covered windows and doors. Using paper instead of glass sounds fragile, but there was a good reason. Hanji is full of tiny openings you cannot see with the naked eye. Those tiny pores let the paper block most of the wind while still allowing air and moisture to pass through slowly. In effect, the window quietly balances the humidity so a room never gets too dry or too damp. The paper itself also acts as a thin layer of insulation. As a bonus, the light that filters through is soft and gentle on the eyes, giving the whole room a calm, warm glow. The fourth secret is the summer heart of the house, the raised wooden hall. This wide floor is built well above the ground on wooden planks, and that gap underneath is the key to staying cool. Because the space under the floor is open, air flows through it and cools the boards from below. When the doors on both sides are opened, a breeze passes straight through the hall, creating a shaded, airy spot even in midsummer. So a single house held both a warm ondol room and a cool open hall, and families simply moved between them as the seasons changed. The warm room in winter, the open hall in summer. In a way, the house itself was the climate control. The fifth secret is the clothing itself, the hanbok. Rather than clinging to the body, the hanbok is cut loose and roomy. That extra space carries a clever idea for surviving the seasons. The layer of air between the cloth and the skin lets heat escape in summer, while trapping warm air close to the body in winter. Layering a jacket, a skirt, or trousers on top of one another let people fine-tune the warmth. Even the colors came from nature, using plants and minerals like indigo, gardenia, and safflower. In a time before chemical dyes, drawing color out of plants and earth was its own long-earned piece of everyday knowledge. The sixth secret is the earthenware jar used to store fermented foods. Shaped from clay and fired, its surface keeps countless tiny pores, which is why it is often called a jar that breathes. Through those tiny pores, air moves in and out very slowly, so the paste or vegetables inside ferment gently instead of spoiling. The jar lets air pass while keeping liquid in, which makes it a near-perfect container for fermentation. If you are enjoying these little pieces of everyday science, please tap subscribe. In the next episode we will dig deeper into the clever ideas hidden in the Hanok kitchen and courtyard. The seventh secret is the kitchen furnace. It was a place to build a fire for cooking, but the heat from that fire ran straight beneath the floor of the next room. Cooking and heating were handled by a single fire. The heat from cooking a meal was not thrown away, but used again to warm the room. One source of fuel did two jobs, so not even a bundle of firewood was wasted. It was a thrifty design through and through. Because the kitchen and the room were linked by heat, the kitchen was usually built a step lower than the room. The height difference helped the warm air drift naturally toward the floor next door, a detail worked out with care. The eighth secret is a way of living that grew out of that warm floor. Since the floor was always heated, people grew used to sitting and sleeping directly on it, rather than on chairs and beds. Instead of heavy, tall furniture, they used bedding, cushions, and low tables that could be folded away when not needed. A single room could serve as a living room by day and a bedroom by night, an impressively flexible way to live. The custom of a whole family gathering on a warm floor was not just a habit. It was a lifestyle that the Andal heating system naturally shaped. In the end, the structure of the house even shaped the way people lived. To recap, the radiant heat of the Andal, the sun control of the eaves, the breathability of Hanji, the airflow of the wooden hall, the air layer of Hanbok, the fermentation of earthenware, the dual-use furnace, and living on the floor. All eight worked with nature rather than against it. In an age without electricity or machines, people folded the principles of nature into daily life through long observation and experience. It was knowledge advanced enough that we could still learn from it today. Which of these ideas surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this kind of everyday science, please leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next episode.